All right, we're live. That's great. Got a good angle up here. It's on the tripod, so
Kind of lead probably need to.
oh, this, yes. There's our executive producer there. Just set us up. Thank you. Having a well-deserved bubble water. Yeah, we're going to lose that corner, so I'll do my best to describe what's happening down there, but clearly we're going to have the rest of the ice here. I'll give people time to filter in here, and then I'll kind of set up the tournament a little bit maybe. I'm aware that some people watch on replay as well, so I want to do that for them even if this stream is empty. Do you want to call Papa? No, you can't because you're on here. You want to call Papa? No, he knows, right? Oh, I see one person. Hello. I wish you would show me who it is. I always assume it's Papa and then everybody else is. Okay, good. So we see Langley U13 A2T2 over there. Yeah, that's a pretty long designation. These teams in Vancouver are often part of associations with 8 or 9 flights, they call them, what we call divisions. So it's like a designation on a legal contract. Some of these team names: U13.A2.T2. I draw your attention, magistrate, to the Langley Eagles, who will be the Kerry Park opponents today, start this tournament. There we go, we're up to 3. Hello, everybody. I especially hope the people that have signed on to watch for the first time are able to find it. Hello to everybody watching on replay. We have noticed that the streams upload more slowly than the recordings, so that's the compromise in getting the live stream plus the recordings. It's a little slower getting up, but there is Wi-Fi at the hotel, so it shouldn't be too bad. Minute the game's over, we start uploading, and it just takes as long as it takes, but we keep at it till it's uploaded because I know people are waiting. The game previous to us went to not just overtime, but shootout. So that's why our game's starting a little later. Our boys in their uniforms. We're down in that corner watching the game. There they come in there now. Woo! Far side of the ice. A little small on my camera, but hopefully it shows up on your screen. Blue versus blue on blue over there. We see Brady Williams first at the bench. Elliot Roach right behind him. I got a pre-game tip that he will be starting the game. I mentioned I saw them down there watching. As he walked by, he said he's starting. So Elliot Roach starting his first game. We got the music started up here. The Zamboni's leaving. Okay, I think it's time for me to give a little context to this tournament. To those that don't know, if you're capable of getting apps, there's an app called Team Snap Tournament. Team Snap Tournaments. Hang on here. Let me show you. Or at least get it correct. Of course, I can't find it on my phone now. Or maybe it's just called Tournaments. It's this one here. And if you go to that and type in Abbotsford, that's all I had to type in was Abbotsford to get the 25/26. Hopefully that's clear. Abbotsford U13 rep tournament. And then I clicked on that. I clicked favorite teams. I click Kerry Park. And then you have all these options. So Kerry Park, I'm on my schedule right now. Shows our game right now against Langley and our 2 games tomorrow. Sunday's schedule is TBD, depending what happens on the tournament. And then divisions, we're tier 2. There's 8 teams. They're actually split into 2 pools. Pool A is this one big pool of 10 teams up in tier 1. We won't interact with them at all. We're Pool B and Pool C, 4 teams and 4 teams. Top 2 teams from each division go to playoffs. So it's gonna be tricky getting in there. When I look at the quality of teams we're playing, at least on paper, they are very high. So are we. It should be, I think we took a real challenging pool here, like I said, at least on paper, and I think that's great for these boys because we have an achieving team. but it's going to be hard. You know, two good teams aren't going to make the playoffs, and then we'll get into playoffs on Sunday. But just initially to know, Kerry Park will play Aldergrove, Semiahmoo tomorrow, Langley today. That's the round robin. Top 2 teams advance. 3 points in the standing for a regulation win. 2 points in the standings for an overtime or shootout win. 1 point for an overtime loss. 0 points for a regulation loss. I think anything other than that, the rules, I read the full tournament rules this morning, but it's a lot, speaking of legal documents. And I think anything else I'll just bring up as it comes up, because most of it will not. We have a nice bird's eye view. We're up in the, oh, hi, buddy. You want to be on here? You want to color commentate again, or you just want to say hi? For those of you that watched the Nanaimo game, we had Kyro's younger brother, Everett DeGagne, with us. He was a crowd favorite. Kyro's little brother. Kyro's not on the team. Silas's little brother. Silas DeGagne's little brother, Everett, is welcome to do color commentary again if you want. Up in the media booth, I might as well show this now that I'm pointing the camera around. The team that plays here is called the Abbotsford Pilots. They're a junior team. Thank you, buddy. So to be heard, you're going to want to get right up into the mic if you have anything to add. So whenever you want to say anything, please feel free. You're very helpful last time. He's a color commentator of very few words, but what he does contribute is very insightful. He's also a goaltender. For those that didn't watch the Nanaimo game, well, why don't you introduce yourself, real? Get up right up to the mic here and introduce who you are for everybody. Nice, Everett, nice. I'll repeat that in case the mic didn't pick it up over the music. His name is Everett. He's 10 years old. He's the Kerry Park U11 Dev team, which is rep team goalie. So he knows a lot of hockey. He can contribute insights on hockey and goaltending. And he came here to watch his older brother win a gold medal at a tournament. What a great answer. He's at the Sandman Airport like we are, most of the team together. It's a pretty good hotel, I gotta admit, except the pool's down for cleaning. So there's more leaning into mini sticks. And what do they call it? What do they call Nicky Nine Doors out here? They call it Ding Dong Dash or Ding Dong Ditch or something like that. Ding Dong Ditch. Everett's nodding like he knows what up. You weren't the guy that knocked on my door, were you, Everett? All I have to do is say to the kids, like, you know, I know my kids having fun knocking on my door and running away, and their face tells it all. I know exactly who it was. Without going into too much detail, I might be stepping away from the camera here at some point and letting Deb step in for me, either this game or the 2 tomorrow. She's a little stronger on the camera work than I am, but she's completely quiet. I sometimes watch the game with my eyes and not the camera and lose it, because when you watch on here, you can't really tell as well. What do they get right on center ice here? I just noticed the view at the other end looked a little farther, so we'll get right on the red line here. More on the red line. Give you a view of the team we're playing. I don't know, look at that defenseman there. Are you sure he's not U15? Not much of a view with this in the way, but putting on my good luck scarf. Woo! Welcome to everybody back on the island, across the country, and potentially around the world watching this. I know we got some people trying to get on there the first time. I hope they've managed successfully. If not, no panic. These do go up on replay later. You can watch them later. And of course, special shout out to the stream father, Papa, back in Ottawa. The original motivation to get any of this going so he could watch his grandsons live. All right, let's go back to our boys over here. That's Silas there playing D on that drill. That's Ollie letting the ripper go. Casual block down by Elliott. Nice to see. Seeing the puck well, tracking side to side. Getting warmed up by young McCamey over there. Good stuff. Okay, lost our color commentator. I don't know if he's in a little boy's room, if he's gone for the game, if he's going to buy a lollipop and come back. Oh, that U13 kid I pointed out I might say research. I should say she. I think I will say she. I apologize, but the ponytail from one ponytail haver to another, you're gonna get called she once in a while from behind. It's the price you pay for the gorgeous meme. So yeah, here I'll show our pool again for those who are joining on late here. We're Pool C, Aldergrove Bruins. Aldergrove is what I would call Vancouver. Kerry Park. Kerry Park's what I would call paradise. Langley is also a Vancouver, basically based team. And Semiahmoo. Semiahmoo is one of the first teams I was told about when I moved here 3 years ago. They're a perpetual powerhouse because the way the catchments work, they're sort of outside the regular regulations because it's partly in non-reserved land and partly in reserved land, is the way it's explained to me. So part of the Semiahmoo team's on a reservation, and there's an indigenous community, I should say, and part of it is not. So they have a larger catchment than most teams. And for that reason, I was told perpetually or consistently have very strong teams that at the U13 level and U15 levels can compete even sometimes. Well, they make provincials and do well in provincials. We see the referees over there. We got one head official, two linies. Saying hello to our coaches. Thank you, coaches, for volunteering your time. Standing up there on our far left, their right, with the hat there, that's Coach Rob Wakeland. To his left, our right, is Coach Chris Knight. Head coach there, Josh McCamey. You can see him addressing the troops as we speak, or maybe he's tucked behind them, but he's got his Royals hats on there and talking over there to Brady Williams as he gets his helmet up there. That is Cody Drinkwater. A lot of work goes into these tournaments, even away tournaments by the team manager. So thank you very much to Dinica, superstar, all-star. And I'm pretty insulated here in this media booth, but if you pick up any fan noise, our fans are to the left, their fans are to the right. Looks like we're ready for puck drop here. It looks like on D, I see Silas out there. Just the way Everett likes it. Everett's rejoin me. Hammy with his pregame tap up. Way to be Hammy. Those little things matter. And at forward on the right wing, we got Weston McKinnon. Left wing, we have Jasper Smith. Taking the face off at center, we got Jack McCamey, the Big Mac line. 15-minute periods because it's a tournament. There won't be an ice clean. Only game today, 2 tomorrow. Officials ready to go. Everett, you ready to go? Thumbs up from Everett, thumbs up from me. We got 7 viewers on here. Glad to bring it to you. Let's see if we can get one of those patented Kerry Park early game goals. We definitely lose some action down there, so I'll try to describe it to the best of my ability. That's Weston McKinnon in the corner battling away. Puck sort of neutralized. We got Jack McCamey coming in there to battle for it. He's pressed against the boards. It's Langley that comes out with it, but coming down to pinch and puts the pressure was Jasper. That was sidestepped and brought out. Back to the D. Hammy and Silas contribute, work together to get the puck not just up, but to Jasper Smith, who's able to dump it down. I think he was thinking about a change, but it's a promising offensive chance. So he comes and joins the play. The puck finds him in the slot, but it was rolling. Nice pass out in front by Weston McKinnon. Almost proved Jasper right in real time to jump into that play. Good opportunity created. Still no shots on net by either team. William Hamilton gets it up to Jack McCamey. His 2 line mates go off for a change. That's good. He's all alone. That's no pro for him. Still gets off a dangerous shot that finds its way to the far side of the net. A little off the ice. Perfectly placed shot. He was all alone and he knew it. He focused in on getting the shot off. It went in. What a beautiful play there, right? Fundamentally sound from the beginning of the play. Puck comes around. The D pairing gets it up. The 2 forwards are able to go off for a change. The puck carrier does the best thing he can with the puck rather than just dump it and join them off on the change. He finishes his 1 minute shift with an early goal. A beautiful finish there by SpaceX. The next rocket. 1-0 Kerry Park Islanders. Nice to see that too. You don't want to go too long before you face that first shot there, do you, Everett? You're on camera. I'm appealing to you as goalie here. You probably don't want to go that long before after the puck drop without a shot to get into the game, right? You want to get in, get involved, feel part of the game? Yeah, absolutely. Nice solid save there by Elliott. No rebound. He looks ready to go. I like to update Papa. Hang on. We got a nice block there from Duke Drinkwater. Brady Williams outskates everybody, grabs the puck, shoots. Nice shot, but save. Pops up in the slot. Rebound put on net as well. That must have been by Duke. Nice right pad save by the Langley goalie down there. What a beautiful opportunity created there by Kerry Park. Brady outraced everybody to get that chance. To me, it looked like it was going to be tied up at best. But real great opportunity created there. Demanded a couple of good saves from their goalie, and we're still pressing down here. Nice to see. Ooh, shot again. That was Brady from the right boards. In an awkward spot for the goalie to take on his blocker, but went wide. Brady again in front. Doesn't get all that one, gets all this one. Save made, rebound there. That's Duke. Nope. Yep, that was Duke going after the rebound, and Cole Wakeling jumping on and keeping it in. Brady again with a shot. No, that was Silas that time. I lose sight of the players down there too. That's what's going on. We're in between a line change here, so we have half of one line, half of the other. Cole Wakeling and Duke Drinkwater jumping off, allow Jackson Reed and Alexander Savage to jump on and join Oliver Scow, Ollie Scow, who was already on the ice. That line intact on together. Deep pairing, we got Landon Zariski and Silas DeGagne. Oh, good bounce for Russ. Look at that skillful take by Ollie at the corner of his eye. Isaiah Jackson. Pass went to the D, though. Good alert play by him. Eventually comes out to Alexander Savage, who was stripped. I have no idea if a call was coming or not, because it's going to be waved off if it were. He from his belly going full. I don't know. I was going to say Bobby Orr, but he didn't score from his belly. Who scores like that? Alexander. Oh, the other Alexander. The other great Alexander, the great Alexander Ovechkin. That's who it was that scored from his belly like that. The goalie go, are you looking at what I'm looking at? What could I have done on those two shots? They were incredible. I don't know who spells Kerry, K-A-R-I, but they do in Abbotsford, I guess. Kerry Park up. Oh, I got it. It's, A for Islanders, K-A-R. They just put A instead of E. It doesn't matter. A rose by any other name smells just as sweet, and a goal by any other stumbling announcement. It's just as beautiful. Alexander Savage on that one. Wow, good chance here for Langley as they rush down on the right wing. Nicely stopped by Zariski, and they didn't even get a shot away. Pass kind of found its way into the slot. Elliott said, get out of here. Hit that with his stick to the corner. Battle down low. I see an arm up. I think Silas is going to be called for contact there, so we want to get possession here. Jack pushing the play. Silas touches the puck. Arm up. Pointing at Silas. He's calling. Checking. I believe it was on the camera. It wasn't on my eyeballs. I did not see it. What do you think, Everett? Was it a check? Did you see it? Are you just saying that because it's your brother? Good. Stick up for your brother. Attaboy. Okay. So, wow. Pretty exciting game considering we're only 3.5 minutes into it. Couple of early goals that I don't know are necessarily predictive because it wasn't after dominating play, so to speak, but really good, strong play by us. I don't think we've really had a chance to look at Langley here yet. They've caught us off guard, but 3.5 minutes in, they're going to a 2-minute power play, which I feel is an important early traction point in this game. I think this is an important kill for us. So often we come out strong, do really well, and then Brady Williams carries the puck up here and almost turns a shorthanded opportunity into a goal. Boy, he's been buzzing today. I'm going to call it early, guys. I'm going to call it early. I'm predicting a goal for Brady Williams. Sometimes you just feel at the beginning of every game there's one or two kids that just seem to be in sixth gear, and today that seems to be him. He's always in sixth gear, so we're going to have to call it seventh gear for Brady. Good job by this initial forechecking penalty killing unit. Killed off the full first minute. Way to be, Islanders! What a good job. All 4 PKers off on the bench now and allowing the fresh legs to get out there for the second end of this 2-minute advantage. So we have Alexander Savage, Duke Drinkwater on the forward pairing, and there we see Finley Dion clearing the puck around the boards, and Landon Zariski there as a deep pairing. This might be an opportunity. It's going to force the goalie to play it. He's going to leave it. Alexander will be the first one there, but it's below the net. You don't want to support too much on a PK. You see Duke Drinkwater walking that line perfectly as far as I can tell. He was there if the opportunity created itself, and he was able to get back if it didn't. This is probably where I'll point out, since we have some first-time viewers, that I give my opinion on here. It is absolutely not the opinion of Kerry Park or this team or anybody else. As I like to say, about 80% of what I say is wrong, but not on purpose. And there is a mute button if you find me annoying. I would definitely understand, and I'll never know if you don't tell me. As you see the penalty come to an end here. See, I'd say my understanding of hockey was pretty solid and up to date maybe 20, 30 years ago. Game's changed a bit since then, but I like to share what I do know for the people that understand even less, because I'm told by them that it helps them appreciate the game. Jackson Reed, holding, looking, being patient, waiting for an opportunity to present itself. It didn't. In fact, it's Langley coming back now. Nicely pressed at the point of attack by William Hamilton, knowing he had support there. And didn't need in that case, turned the puck over himself, and now there's a battle for possession, and he's leading that charge down there with Alexander Savage. Gets it up to Oliver Scow. Nicely taken in his skates. That was skillful. Alexander tries to pop it up to Jackson Reed. Back and forth, popping around. I wouldn't say anybody really has it cleanly yet. This all started with Jackson having it very cleanly. Here he has it less cleanly. Puck, you know what? They're forcing it down there anyway. Alexander finds Hammy at the point. Shot doesn't go for him. Good battles all over the ice. And beginning to change after a good hard-working shift for these guys. Jackson Reed, first one able to get off. Nicely played down there. That was William Hamilton eliminating the opportunity before it could even start. Wow, that looked dangerous, and he got up on that. And I like to say this all the time. For those of you who have watched, you do not have your bingo dabbers out in your bingo dabber. Here's the first one. You know what? I forgot what I was going to say, making myself laugh at myself there. Probably how reliable Hammy is. Dab that spot. We are just approaching the halfway mark of this first period. It has felt eventful. And going quick? The skating or the time? The time. Everett thinks the time is going quick. I agree, but so much has happened. I feel like we're halfway through the third here. Here's a bingo dabber moment. This game is very quick live. I don't know how it's showing up on the stream. It's one of those games where you can tell this Langley team is fast, and we tend to start our games, in my experience, my observation, matching somewhat the speed of the other team. And I think we can play any style. And here today, I think we're at our quickest. Oh, that's bouncing around in front. Nicely defended by Finley. Dion takes away the player, so the player's not even able to get to the loose puck. Who was that with that nice move? Landon Zariski from the back end. Gets back into position now that Weston McKinnon has the puck. He's got 3 players on him. Managed to get it out, but the puck found its way back to that corner. And a Langley stick, but not a lot of support for them as they're all trying to be down there neutralizing Weston. Nicely just tapped out of the zone by Zariski. Allows either Jack or Jasper to get it up to Weston as they go off. Weston saw a spot, put it right where he wanted to. A little bit was taken off that shot by the Langley defender, I think, and nice right pad save by their goalie down there. I don't have a roster for that team, so just be going generic, but nice save by their goalie. Got that right pad out. Puck play with a high stick. Here's an opportunity for me to share the little knowledge I have for those that understand the game a little less even, is that if you touch the puck with a high stick, they will play advantage, meaning as long as the other team, so in this case we touch the puck, as long as Langley had the puck to their advantage, you let the play go. But if we take the puck, whistle blows, but it's not a high sticking penalty, which is when you hit somebody with a high stick. It's just a high sticking face off down outside the blue line of our zone. And that's what you saw there. So if you saw the indication of high stick and wondered why we're still at 5-on-5 hockey, that's why. I can appreciate that a lot of people, my wife, only started watching this game when their son or grandson got involved and don't know all the rules. So I try to touch on icing and offside at least once a game, or I'll do it once in this round robin and then again in the playoffs. Look at Brady's all over it. Prove me right, Brady. He's got Duke Drinkwater in support. Alexander coming up at F3, they call it there, in support. D in support. I can't see what's going on over there. It's like a horror movie. Everybody goes in, no one's coming out. There they are. Along the half boards battle. Langley takes possession, sends it out. Have a 3-on-2 developing here, but end of his shift, so they dump it in and go off. Another funky bounce off these boards here. Nicely played by Silas. Had to be alert there. Who saw that coming? All right, as they finish their change, that gives us time to get the puck out. Nice breakout pass right up to Alexander Savage. I think that was William Hamilton that got that up to him, and he and Silas go off for a change. Quick turnover. Would have been dangerous, but for that really nice change, and it's an icing. As Finley and Colton did a really good job jumping on the ice. Oh no. Are you gonna do it, Everett? Oh, I love you, Everett. You're not doing the 6-7 attaboy. The sooner that dies, the better. For those not aware, this is the 6-7 song. Everett appropriately disapproves. Attaboy. That's material. Oh, he did it though. He did it anyway. They can't help themselves, these kids. What a beautiful piece of music accompanies it as well. How could anybody consider that nothing but mind rot? 6-7. All right. Put my old man hat away. Doesn't mean I'm not an old man still, but I put the old man hat away. For about 5 minutes to go here in this first period. It's been a nice, evenly matched one so far. I feel like 2-0's about the best we could have hoped for based on the play here. Bingo dabber time, where I take the relative play of the teams and state what I think the shoulda score would be. Oh, and Alexander just a little offside. That's a late shot from Jackson Reed. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't hear the whistle. To give him a talking to. I thought it was a bit late, but if he didn't hear the whistle, he didn't hear the whistle. He also got to show off what a good shot he has. I think that's a good job by the official. You got to give a warning, right? And if it happens again, it'll be, they'll tee him up for misconduct, and that's what he's explaining over there, I'd imagine. That said, in the best possible way, in the most complimentary way possible, it's not impossible he did that, because Jackson, we got a couple of kids on our team that are really good at going exactly as far as they can. Sometimes a little further, but I'd say we got two all-stars in that department. Him and Brady Williams are very good at instigating the other team and drawing penalties. And he might have been doing that there to kind of get under their skin, and he's very skilled at that, and that goes a long way towards winning and losing. Doesn't show up. That's what I was going to say earlier. Bingo Dabber, that doesn't show up on the score sheet. It was when Hammy eliminated the play before it even started, but it's winning hockey. It's what this Kerry Park team does so well. They're very strong in the intangibles. And it's why we win so much, and the tangibles, like a shot, rebound, take it. Did that actually go in? That went in. Holy smokes, what a display of skill. I apologize to who got the puck to Jack McCamey in front. I can't give him credit. It might have been Jasper. It probably was Jasper because it's from a forward position. But it found Jack McCamey, or the passer found Jack McCamey. Yeah? It went under the white part of the net? The white fluffy stuff at the back of the net. Jack McCamey with an absolute rifle of a shot. Nice save made by their goalie. And then I was awed, just finding my words now, by the ability of Weston McKinnon to take a rebound that hot and put it back right where it needed to go for the goal. From a sharp angle. All kinds of skill on display. A lot of tangibles on display on that goal. Make it 3-0 for Kerry Park here in the first with about 4 minutes to go. Duke Drinkwater with that shot saved by their goalie. No rebound given face off to his right. I hope our boys don't take the foot off the pedal here, because we've had a few great outbursts of offensive skill and been real solid defensively, but I don't think this Langley team is to be taken lightly from what I've seen, and there's a lot of hockey to go here. You hear, who was that in front? That was Duke Drinkwater calling from the puck from Brady, who had dug it out along the boards. Good communication between those two. Cole Wakeland, the third forward on that line. That's what he does so well. He does a lot well, but he forechecks so well there. You see him causing a turnover. Opportunity. Oh, Brady's offside. Ha! Back onside. Very quickly from his knees. There, bingo dab this one. You can see his athleticism. He's clearly a multi-sport athlete. He does lots of things, moves not necessarily native to the game of hockey, that help him in the game of hockey, and that was one there. Land is a risk. He sees some ice. If he can split those two attackers, and he can. Good line change by Langley, though. They'd all been off. He saw nothing but open ice. He went with it. Good decision at the time, but now it's 2-on-1 going back the other way. Sealed off perfectly over there. I can't see who's on D down there, but William Hamilton. Again, these little things, making them earn everything, which they are here. You got to get through 2, 3. William Hamilton choking that off. Then good team support. Then ultimately a pass intercepted by Alexander Savage. 7-17. Landon Zariski. Nice pass out. Tap ahead. Just all over the ice and supporting each other. And when I put myself on the skates of the other team, I find it very frustrating. I think we're very hard to play against. Arm did not go up. Official shaking his head. Good pressure here by Langley. But again, we're making everything hard, and you're going to have to put together a sequence of really nice plays to get an opportunity. And our team doesn't give up. If we're beating on 3 or 4 of those opportunities, 3 or 4 of those. Puck loose in front here. Jackson all over the rebound. Poking away when he should, laying off when he might have taken a penalty. Good job by him. Don't want to cross that line. You want to be frustrating and instigate, but not take penalties. Good job by him there. I am going to finish that thought because it's something I've noticed. We'll do 3 or 4 things or get beat on 3 or 4 legitimate battles, and that happens. But I've seen other teams, even older teams, even U15 teams, rep teams, whatever, NHL teams, where teams will kind of give up at that point. Like, oh, we got beat 3 or 4 times, and they kind of just leave it and let the play develop. And those are plays where I sort of go, okay, well, it's on the goalie now. Not just when it's our team. And our team doesn't do that. They keep battling, and you got to earn everything. And that comes down to coaching. That comes down to these kids. Nice pass there by Weston McKinnon. Just misses Jack McCamey shooting the slot. Boy, you see his heads on display there. Nice pass to Jasper Reed, being exactly where he should be on the ice, as he so often is. He makes no mistake on that one-timer blast. It kind of fluttered a bit too, but that's even to his advantage as it goes up. As a goalie, you don't get a clear read off of the stick. Up and in. It doesn't really feel like it's a 4-0 game in the first, but it definitely is well earned. I'm not saying that. It's just this Langley team seems to be putting up a good fight, and yet here we are. I think our boys are playing their A+ game. That goes without saying. Beautiful play down there by that Big Mac line, culminating in Jasper Smith being exactly where he's supposed to be on the ice. He so often is. If you enjoy watching that kind of thing, keep an eye on those 3. They go where they should be, and it allows the puck carrier just to throw the puck to where their teammates should be, and their teammates there, and leads to some real good click, click, click plays like that one there. How many nice goals have we seen from those guys? That was a beauty. Jasper Smith finishing it off. What a display of hockey that was. We have 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Everett, I'm giving you a homework assignment. You got 22 seconds to come up with a 1-minute summary or less of what we saw here in this first period, okay? I'm gonna throw it to you on the intermission for the game breakdown. Yeah, we have a good combination on this team of kids that are flashy, like Oliver here with the forechecking, and Kids that just lock it down like we saw William just before that. Good period all around by everybody on the team. 4-0. They did have more pressure than you'd think leading to 2 goals, but officially 2 goals on 2 shots on net for them. I don't think we had many pressures that didn't result in a good scoring chance, and that might be the difference at this point. I throw it to my partner in crime up here, Everett de Gagne. Everett, what do you think of that first period? Should pass more?
Yeah.
Oh, good assessment.
And once you're the one started coming straight traffic, then that one pass back to he's coming down the court and I and then Jack coming down.
Wow, what an excellent breakdown. Not a second to spare or wasted. When I started turning the camera, it said 0. Now they have the 50 minutes up on there. You have a future in broadcasting when you retire from being a goaltender, young man. Wow. Great insight there by Everett de Gagne. I'm not going to lie, I couldn't hear all of it because of the music. So I don't know if it was picked up on the recording as well, but hopefully, because what I heard was A+ stuff, and you're not going to get that from me. High five, buddy. Good job. Wow. And coaching. Maybe you could be a coach. Okay. 4-0 to start the second period here. Alexander Savage wins the draw over to Jackson Reed on right wing, who battles through a trip. In so doing, earns the call. Ollie Scow over on left wing to say good job, Jackson. And we got Finley Dion on left point with William Hamilton on right point. 7 seconds into the period, we draw the call and go to the power play. Same 5 players kept on the ice to take the draw to the right of the goalie in their end. It's a 2-minute penalty. Bingo dabber time. I love those penalties where your hustle draws a penalty. He figured since falling down got us the power play, maybe he'll get us the 5-on-3, but nope, no doing there. It's 5-on-4 right now. That's right, Everett. Nice long stretch pass by William Hamilton up to Jackson Reed. He gains his own, throws it towards the net. Alexander Savage in, throws it on his backhand out in front, takes a bounce off a Langley defender into the slot where Jackson and maybe Ollie were there. Someone banged away at it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how that stayed out. I think the goalie got over to his left and got in front of it. It was that close to not being saved or being over the line. Whoa! Good chance created there by that line. That was behind the line, that was in front, and it was right there, he said. I'm going to repeat what he says because I assume the mic here doesn't pick it up over the music. Finley Dion with it. Lets it go. He's got a blast and he knows how to use it. I love that as soon as he gets the puck with space over there. I know it's coming and it leads to follow-up opportunities like this. All kinds of good stuff come from offense coming from the back line. That's exactly what you're meant to do. They did it. Led to a really strong second chance opportunity there. Door shut by their goalie. Nicely, cleanly won back to Finley Dion on the left point. He got it over to William Hamilton from the right point. Got a nice, good shot in deep. Jack McCamey on the puck down there, down low. He's looking, he's surveying his opportunities. He's throwing it back to the point. It was a seeing-eye pass, made his way to William, who, rather than get a shot from a bad balance, settled that they should be doing. They're doing it now? Yeah, I agree, Everett. Yeah, pass from William Hamilton over to Jasper. Really good vision, really good execution. Everett points out, this is what I was calling for. Maybe they got him mic'd up on the bench over there. Or maybe Coach McCamey saw the exact same thing and told him the exact same thing. Speaking of McCamey, that's Jack McCamey down there. Gets it low down to Weston McKinnon. Gets it from his backhand to his forehand. He's got a little time and space being on the power play still for another 17 seconds. Gets it back to Finley Dion at the point. Pressure on him, so he gets it back to Weston. Puck finds its way to Jack. Jack now down low. He turns, he circles, he's working into the slot. Puck taken away by number 16 on Langley. Got to watch the box now. Penalty over. Not one of those plays where the offender can jump into the play. Back to 5-on-5 though. William Hamilton. I don't know whether to call that one rush or three. Players kind of, when the penalty's over, sometimes people, I've noticed, is a little bit of a ebb tide on players finding their position again as they readjust to the different spacing. Oh, Williams saw Duke drink water over here, but Duke's back was turned, so he smartly held it. Chose the better opportunity, which is Cole coming in here. Silas right off the bench. He's got a head of steam. Steam train coming. Choo-choo. Lot taken off the shot, so it barely makes its way to the net. But good alert play by him to jump in, quickly avoid two players, roll that puck to the front. He had support there from Brady Williams and Cole Wakeland, and they bashed away at it. Couldn't get it to go, but starting to feel like a bit of a waterfall of pressure here from the Kerry Park team. Liney drops that puck like it's hot. Landon throws it towards Jackson Reed. Battled off the puck there. Good numbers back for Kerry Park. Alexander Savage supporting. Landon Zariski, so strong, gets running from behind, and the guy falls down. Good strong balance play by him. Good pressure by Silas down there. Puck attempted to be thrown in front of the net. Paddled to the side by Elliott. Picked up by Langley. Pushed back towards the slot again. Paddled to the side again by Elliott. Jackson Reed takes it. If Jackson scores, which he did on an absolute beauty. I don't know if you heard the reaction from my teammate here. Absolutely beautiful finish. Assistant number 1. Woo! Everett, we got a goalie point. Thank you, Jackson Reed, for that beautiful rush down the wing and beautiful finish. Last player to touch the puck before him was the goalie. You probably heard or saw the official got it marked down officially. Assist to number 1, Elliott Roach on a goal scored by number 9, Jackson Reed on an absolute dart of a release. Jack McCamey finds Jasper Smith in front. He gets it up. The D does a good job of trying to take a lot off that shot, but in so doing, flutters the puck up and over the goalie. Nothing they could do. Just like that, we're at 6-0. Holy smokes. Their goals are coming, and it's like a factory line of goals here. The Lucille ball of the goalie down here, trying to keep them out. Okay, I mentioned there's certain things in the rule book that I'll share as they come along. This is one here. This is a conversation between the official and their coaches about whether or not they want to enact the mercy rule. It is completely up to the team that is down, but once a score is 5-0 or more, the team that is losing has the option of playing with a running clock. Clocks will only stop for injuries, and the scores will not be put on the board. So until we get a whistle here, I won't know. Oh no, it looks like Colton got hit in the head down there. Shot from the point, saved, rebound, kicked out again. Third one in there, Elliott covers it up. You're not going to get away with that with Brady Williams on the ice. He goes over to say something. Cole has a word. I'm keeping an eye on Colton here. You know what? I'm a little happy to see. He looks to be holding his collarbone, not his head, so that's better. I prefer bruises to head contacts. He's shaking it off. He's staying out there, so he's okay. Puck stayed out on a good scoring opportunity created from the blue line by Langley. I was distracted enough by the penalty that the potential injury that I didn't notice if the clock ran on the breaks. So next whistle, I'll be able to look and confirm whether or not we're playing mercy rule rules or regular rules. I don't know why you'd want to play mercy rule personally, especially this team's not playing poorly. It's just they're up against a team playing their best hockey right now. And takes away the opportunity for your team to play and develop and practice. Ooh, nice block in front there by Finley Dion. Good thing he's a tough kid. You see him bounce right back up. And now there's a real battle in front there from Colton Knight. Tying up there for it. Good job by him. He's playing like it's 1-0, not 6-0. Attaboy Colton. Good solid D away from the puck there. Puck didn't find him, but the time it does, that's what you want to have going on. And speaking of textbook D, Finley Dion angling off the rusher, the forward. Bingo dabber time on this one. It's body contact, not body checking. So what Brady did there is perfectly fine. What you saw Finley do is perfectly fine. You're allowed to angle a... Nice glove save by Elliott. He didn't grab it, but it went wide. That was wired for top corner. Happy to see that one. These guys are still physically small, so those saves require quite the stretch. Brady ties the one, touch it up the boards to himself and out. Puck finds its way back to Finley. Bends it behind the net, bounces off the net. Out to a hustling Colton Knight out there. He gets it up, but they're coming back in.
Next whistle is an ice cleaning.
I don't know if they're doing it. I don't think they're doing an ice cleaning in this one. Yeah, but Everett's right. If there's an ice clean, it's going to be at the next whistle. Battle down low. Puck out in front. Nice play by Brady Williams to cover to tie up the stick of the Langley attacker at the end of his shift even. Bailed his goalie out on a scrambly play. Those talk about the plays that don't score up on the score sheet, except that 0 up there for Langley is still a 0. That doesn't even count as a save for Brady. Nice play, Brady. There's a few guys down there. I don't mean to just credit him, but he had the last play on that sequence that kept the puck out. He didn't give up on it. Oof. Silence. Gagne moves all the way in, gets a shot, save made, puck loose, and it's a goal ultimately. I believe Jackson Reed. So they're not doing mercy rules and they're not going for an ice clean. Mercy's a strong word for that, eh? They're not asking for mercy. No to no mas. Well, maybe they're talking about it here. But to my mind, if whether you're winning 7-0 or losing 7-0, you're still playing a beautiful game of hockey. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Sometimes you get to celebrate, sometimes you take your lumps. And personally, if you're losing, unless there's a reason for it, I think you'll play as much hockey as you can and just say, you know what, guys, we're not going to win this game. Let's play the right way. Let's support each other. Let's have a good time. A lot of kids in this world that wish they could play hockey that aren't, and you're out there playing it. I think you take advantage of every second of it. It's a blessed position to be in life, and I say you make the most of it. Their coach obviously agrees, so we have a stop clock with the easiest save of Elliott Roach's day. Looks like we're playing football when you look at the scoreboard, eh, Everett?
Yeah.
7-0 for the Jets over the BC Lions. New York Jets, save made by Elliott with his blocker. Rebound comes out, rebound save made. Puck cleared out by Landon Zariski, but not out of the zone. Oh! Contact made with, I think, the stick. It bounced up and hit. It either hit Elliott's shaft or his blocker into the back of the net. Not consequential, probably, to the outcome of this game, though you never know, and there's lots of time to go. But you never want to take the 0 off the scoreboard as a goalie, do you, Everett? You never want to take that 0 off the scoreboard as a goalie, do you? So there goes any shutout bid. Never crossed my mind till right now, but shot might have been tipped off the release. I'm not sure, but definitely I heard contact down low, which makes me think it was the shaft of Elliott's stick or perhaps the blocker.
I think it might have tipped off the post.
Oh, God, you're good, Everett. The young sense is up here. Hang on. Nice. Oh! Woo! Good hockey all around there. Nice shot by number 8 on their team. Casually gloved down by Elliott. Takes the contact and holds on. I think their player should have come in. We just got the explanation there. I don't know if you saw that, Everett. He said he thought it might have gone off the post, but you can see Elliott there explaining to his teammate that it hit the shaft of his stick and went up and in. Yeah, pretty clear explanation there. Almost as good as a replay. Shot, tip, not once, but twice, I believe. Save made. Beautiful stuff down there by Elliott Roach. Nice play by, that's Cole Wakeland. Cole Wakeland to get the puck back behind his net. Safely to Landon to try to get it back to Cole. Finds its way to the zone. That's the important thing. They're going to be offside here. Allow us on a funky little play to develop the other way. Ooh, sorry, there's nothing, there's few things more fun to watch in hockey than Good Brady. He leads the league in accidental interferences and stare downs till you get mad at me and hit me and draw a penalty. And it's fun to watch. Well, you know what? There's no lack of kudos to go around here today across the up and down the roster on his first game. That's another bingo dabber, but only if you watch these Kerry Park Islanders, because they do play the right way. Not perfectly, nobody is, but there's definite tangible improvement on everything you'd like to see improved on each player. I'd say the day you quit improving is the day you retire from the game, and even then, if you're anything like me, you still think about it for decades later. Alexander Savage, good job to throw it into a dangerous place on the ice there, but bounced off a Langley player and out. You got Jackson where he's supposed to be. Nicely done by Silas. That's a dangerous shot because if it makes it through, the goalie's not going to have seen it, but it hit Alexander Savage in the back of the leg, where if you play hockey, you know there's very, very little padding. In fact, it might have just hit right on his calf. He skates to the bench. I know he'll be okay after a while, but that's going to hurt. Dangerous shot there, blocked by Silas, doing it at both ends. What do you think of that DeGagne kid, Everett? What do you think of that DeGagne kid? Solid, solid. Get the nod of approval. It's true, though. This kid does everything. He's such a great defenseman to have. Here we have a mixed line. Players not normally out there together. Jackson centering it to McKinney. Did not miss by much. McKinnon gets it in low, allows Jackson to get off and Jasper to get on back to the regular line. Good job by them in all kinds of ways. And then Landon throws it towards the net. Always want to do that. Nice save made, whistle. And they're in with 5 minutes to go in the second period. 7-1 Kerry Park. You know, I might be a little guilty of that. Like, if you're watching, it's like, why is this guy still excited? Because it's still awesome hockey. 2-1 or 7-1. Our boys are playing fundamentally sound, skilled, unselfish hockey. I love to watch it. Like that there. That's a very tough decision for D, whether to back off and play D or approach and try to make an offensive opportunity. He approached. Weston came in support off. This is the part you don't see from even U15, U18 teams. He came back to support. When the puck came out, he was there. Initial pressure caused by William Hamilton. Support by Weston McKinnon. Puck comes and Jack McCamey takes it. All that hustle leads to a penalty against Langley, and we're going to the power play. And these are little things that don't show up, but they do over there, and you've seen it today, and I really enjoy the brand of hockey this team plays. I find it very satisfying and pleasant. Even more than like if I'm watching the Senators or the Canucks, you know, it's like, why are you over there? You know you're supposed to be down there. These guys do what you're meant to do. Oh, what a shot and what a save by the Langley goalie on that one. That was wired to the far post. That was going posted in, wasn't it, Ever? He's here. Yeah. Doesn't have to be your goalie to approve. Yeah. Brady's feeling it. He's dancing. Cole Wakeland taking the face off. Duke Drinkwater on the right point. We have Landon Zariski and William Hamilton back there. That's William jumping over from his right point to center point. Oh, center point. Down and off Meadowlands, and Woodruff almost scores. It's a joke for one person. And I mangled it anyways. Williams like, I'm gonna do it again. I'll go down to center point and I'll score, and you could say right from, I just can't think of the name of that Chinese restaurant there. To complete my joke, from the Petro Canada. Nicely set up there, nice and casual by Elliot Roach to Brady Williams, who comes back and says, you know what? I'm going for a skate. Takes it down, right D, that lacrosse movement he has with a stick handling, I love it. I swear you could see the back and forth of a lacrosse stick in the way he does it. What a nice shot in by Langley. A shot pass tip by Cole Wakeland. Puck finds him again. Deflected by the Langley D. Save made. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Lots of pressure by Kerry Park. Look at Cole Wakeland getting in position there. Attaboy. Pulls the D off him, opens up some space down low where the puck is. Oh, nicely passed in front by Brady Williams. That's one of those half shots, half passes. He had Duke Drinkwater there in support. That might be the best penalty of the game because 21 was gone. But here's William Hamilton going to the box for 2 minutes. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. All right, you can see what happened there. You don't need me to tell you. Guy was gone. If William did make a play at him, I say it all the time. Power plays score at about a 20% clip. Breakaways score at a much higher clip, something like 40%. So if the choice is between taking a penalty and allowing a breakaway, you definitely take a penalty. You're increasing your chances of not giving up a goal by 20%, and sometimes it's not called. So I'd say the play has something like a 22% value. So that's just me talking out of the side of my ear, but that's how I see that. And I think that was a good play by William Hamilton, and he's rewarded with a little rest over there. He's had a lot of ice time today. You can take a little break over there.
Even if he didn't trip him, Elliot was going to save it.
I agree with Everett. Even if he didn't trip him, Elliot would have saved it. Let's see if he can save this. Dangerous position on the ice in the slot. Look at the support down there. 3 blue jerseys. Elliot drifts a little bit. He's back up into position. He's back on platform. Nice to see. Sees the post over there. Jackson Reed putting pressure on over on the right boards. Colt Knight in for support. Look at this wave of blue over there. We got 2 bodies in front. Watching the slot. Langley player comes open. Can't connect on the pass. 5-on-4 here, obviously, for Langford, as we're to our Langford. Langley as we're on our second PK of the game. Oh, nicely brought right in front. Finley Dion might have just added the 1 or 2% extra difficulty that shot needed, because Elliot didn't make it by much more than that, but he did. He got out and challenged and got just enough of that to push it wide, and that's all you need. Good work there between Finley and Elliot. I wonder if they worked that out over many sticks last night. 10 seconds. Yeah, also some mini sticks earlier. We had a rule you could play between this time, and it's in the room for quiet time, meal, pre-game prep. Elliot did that. I started that earlier and didn't finish. This is the pre-dryland. It's true, though. The right amount is perfect, right? Get them a little bit moving. Like I said, there's no pool in the hotel, so stick handling, the hand-eye coordination going, yep. Nice shot there from Landon Zariski. He's been doing a lot of that today. Brings a lot of offense to this team from the D end, along with exceptionally reliable defensive play. Yeah, Papa. He was just. I'm like, how do you feel? You could tell. His prep today was 10 out of 10. I don't even know if we've seen enough of his game to know, but if his play was 10 out of 10, I mean, looks very good to me today. Not a heck of a lot of work down there, but He's been sharp when he needed to be, and he was just exactly where you want to be coming into the game, so that's good to see. Yeah, he's a goal. He's not used to sitting still for 20 minutes.
Unless it's always in their end.
What's that?
Unless it's always in their end.
True. Oh, I see the arm up, but I couldn't tell you why. It's in tight against the boards here. We have possession of the puck. That means the penalty is going to be against them. Oh. Is that charging or roughing? Do you know? It's boarding. Thanks, buddy. Everett, you're hired. That's the good news. The bad news is it doesn't pay anything. Woo! Love it. You're welcome up here. Well, I guess actually the 2 games tomorrow are at a different arena. This tournament is split across 3 different arenas. We're here obviously today, and like I said, a different one tomorrow. And then Sunday, I don't know. So I don't know if we'll hit the 3rd arena or not. Elliot said that one of these arenas is the best, which is this one. Another one's medium, and the one that Yale plays out of, he found not great. And I know it's terrible to film from. Because I was watching these games stream last year. Brady calling for the puck. Langley says, no, you don't. Brady says, yes, I do. Passes it to the officials. So it's like, hey, I'm just helping out. Love it. Yeah, this tournament was played. This team played this tournament last year. I wasn't here. I was in Vancouver, which I consider Abbotsford part of Vancouver, but it'd be, for you Ottawa-based people, something like maybe Canada or Stittsville from Ottawa, maybe a little further, 30, 40 minutes maybe. So I was only here for the gold medal game, which was in this arena. It's the one they won. If you've gotten any pictures of them celebrating, that's where the professional photographs came from last year, was this tournament. One of my favorite pictures ever is Jack McCamey looking at Elliot, and the look on their face of joy. It's just something that I'm going to have framed probably in my den for the rest of my life. Does it all, this guy. He adds in important perspectives. He dances. I didn't think there's a real big need for a game summary here, unless you want to add something real quick. Do you want to add a game summary or anything that you've noticed that the boys could be doing differently? Put you on the spot here as we go to drop the puck. Oh, you have a joke. Okay.
What do you call a cold pepper?
I don't know. What do you call a cold pepper?
A chili pepper.
Ah, chili pepper. Cole Wakeland with a nice shot on net there. Saved. Didn't know where the rebound was. Brady was behind the goalie if it trickled through, but it didn't. It was caught up in his equipment. Their assistant captain having a word with Brady. Good. You're not going to intimidate that young man. He's talking earlier, though, about where the boys are versus perfection and how they're constantly getting closer to that ever diminishing point. Ooh, nice pass by Silas over to Brady one time. Forces a nice save. That save's made. Good hockey all around. Yes, at ever diminishing point, I think sometimes the guys play, they pull out their bag of tricks when it's not needed, right? And then they become less effective when they are. So that's something that's fun to see these guys learning in real time. Like maybe I don't want to tip my hand on the things I'm able to do when they matter the most, when they matter relatively little here with a 7-1 lead with 10 minutes to go, less than 10 minutes, 7:40, 9:40, 9:35. You can see for yourself. You know, the NFL, it's sort of where the offensive coordinators go to what's called their vanilla playbook, where you don't tip your hand. In fact, oh, nice shot by Alexander Savage, saved and out over the line. Back when Bill Belichick was ahead of the rest of the league, one of the things he would do is when the game was at a point like this, he would skew his play call. For example, he called 19 runs in a row, so that when other teams put in their data points and didn't account for customization like that, it would show that they ran a lot more than they did, and that team would prepare for the run more than they were going to face, and that gave his team an incremental advantage. And you stack together those 1%ers, I call them, and you end up with elite production. You want me on camera? Do you want to be identified? You want to be identified? No?
I don't care.
Don't care. Okay. That's Weston McKinnon's older brother. I like pointing that out because I love the family trips. I love that I've been the guy watching on the other side of this camera, including last year, and I love when the siblings are here. We're not able to do that for Elliot. His older brother has 2 games this weekend back on the island. Ironically, I'll be watching those on Flow TV. They're hosting North Shore Warriors tomorrow, and they're hosting Pacific Coast Hockey Academy Sunday. That's the older brother of the goalie in this game, who, for those that don't know, is also a goalie. Nice interception. Brought in, well played by Finley Dion just to make the shot harder, and in fact, he took it away completely. That was an A+ scoring chance, completely eliminated by Finley Dion. Did I finish that thought? That young man I showed over there is Weston McKinnon's older brother. He must have liked that first goal. Was it the first goal? I forget, they're blending together when there's so many. He must have liked that goal though. Jack scored the first. There's Weston there. Alexander with the second.
The 2 was backdoor shot, then the 4th was Jackson's.
It's hard, right? A lot happens in a hockey game. You realize how much, that's why they have 200 people in these professional productions, people feeding them the information, like the first goal was this person, the second goal was this person. It's funny, I see it now when I watch the games. Are there any other older siblings here? Don't think so, eh? Yeah, that's too bad. 7:23 to go here in the third. The festive feelings continue for Kerry Park as this game is going very much the way they would like to see. Chance in front. Elliot gets over to challenge and makes the save up and then off the crossbar and down. Are you kidding me? A lot going on down there. I'm going to follow the play forward here. Woo! As the car crash down there gets cleared up. Cleared away. All the bodies were piled in front of the net. And it looked like Brady had a break the other way. A lot going on there. We need 2 cameras for that shoot. Holy smokes, that was a dangerous opportunity there. Almost a goal against. Elliot got out to challenge nicely. I thought he made the save, but the puck rolled up his torso and over and hit the crossbar and down. Now we're down at the other end as Duke and Brady battle away. Get the puck loose along the boards. Nice pass, bounced back by Duke. Drink water. Double D, they call him. Stands for a lot of different things. Oh, nicely passed by William Hamilton. He heard Brady calling for the puck. You gotta love that communication out there and execution. And then Brady didn't handle it as cleanly as he would have liked, so he got it back to the point to Silas. This is a passing clinic going on down here. All these guys finding each other all over the ice. This time it's Duke finding Cole Wakeland in front. He gets a shot off, mostly deflected. Little back and forth there. Woo! The deft divider, they call him, dividing the puck up all over the ice there. Cole Wakeland, Brady Williams. He's a fun guy to play with. Get open, he'll find you. Woo! Those 3 on that line, really good with the D guys out there. Beautiful hockey by Kerry Park. In a game like this, where the result seems increasingly certain, what you want to see is the good habits develop. Or continue, I should say. You don't want to see slow play or selfish play creeping in. We've seen none of that here so far. Again, I'm always a little self-conscious when I compliment the coaches over there, but they do such an incredible job. It just manifests in everything these kids do. These are 10 and 11-year-old kids. Wait, 11 and 12? 11 and 12-year-old kids. Some are 10. If you haven't had your birthday yet this year, you're 10 years old. Some of the players on the team, theoretically. You're 18? Hey, team could do worse, buddy. It's true, you know, you would be the next AP up, wouldn't you? The U11 Dev Kerry Park goalie. Oh, look at that pass by Jackson Reed. Finds a smooth criminal Oliver Scow. He couldn't steal one there, but what a beautiful shot. Good hockey there. I think the goalie got a piece of it with her glove and it hit the post and went out. Wow. Those two hitting those stretch passes with Alexander Savage. Oh, wait, we got a penalty coming up here. Someone's getting a call. It's a trick. It's the beginning of a song. Oh, no, Finley, you almost made it through the game, buddy. 5 minutes ago, he's taking a penalty. Looks like a cross-check. Don't know if the camera caught it. Bingo, dab, or dime. I didn't. Oh, wait, that one's already dabbed. All right, so we're going to the PK for 2 minutes with 5:12 to go. We got Jack McCamey out to take the face-off for your Kerry Park Islanders. The smooth skating William Hamilton battles down low. Beats the first Langley player. Reinforcements coming in for that team. If you see something, let me know. Everett, you can see it, we can't. Someone down there had the puck pinched against the boards. Was that Hammy? Hammy pinning the puck on the boards, killing off seconds on the PK. Attaboy. Woo! That's some forward thinking from Everett, anticipating different game situations. If they take a penalty here before ours is over, try to maintain possession so that... Oh, really? Oh, shot comes out of nowhere. Well tracked by Elliot Roach. He saw it. I didn't until the last minute. He's having trouble picking it up. That's okay. He didn't have trouble stopping it. Got his body in front of it. Positional save. Rebound right in front of him, picks it up just like they teach a shortstop on a hot shot up the middle. Save made. Minute to go in the power play. Penalty kill. Minute to go in the penalty kill. Hear the fans here calling out to Weston to chase. He's chasing. He's putting pressure on, makes for a dirty zone exit. We finally do get the puck out 40 seconds ago as they enter the zone. Oh, what a rip. That guy, I could tell as soon as he crossed the slot, looked dangerous. Hartwig, is that his name? What a beautiful goal. I want to give you credit, young man. Doesn't change much in the result of the game, as I said earlier, but beautiful hockey played there. And if we'd had running time, that opportunity would have never created itself. Had the chance to be created. Back to even strength here. That's a shorthanded goal against for us, power play goal for them. If this isn't your first Kerry Park game, you know that speaking of imperfections, as I've been glazing this team rightfully and sincerely up to this point, we do have an ongoing issue with penalties. And in any given game, at the end of the game, when you look at what we did really well and what we did not so well, it very often boils down to one thing on the credit side of the ledger, and that's the penalties. Oh, nice pass out in front by Brady onto the stick of Brady Williams on the stick of Duke Drinkwater, but well defended by Langley to keep that chance from going in. Nice support over there this time between Brady and Cole Wakeland. Cole presses, nice play by Cole. Presses the man, lets the puck stay there. Brady jumps in on and shoots. That was going bar down. Nice save by the Langley goalie, gloved up. over, away from the net safely. A lot of goals have gone, well, I don't know, 7 goals have gone in, but a lot of nice saves down at that end, including that one. Beautiful hockey by all 3 of those forwards working in dual tandem. Leads to a really good chance. Oh, dangerous pass out in front. Looks like Langley's catching its wings here late in this game. 2:22 to go. Puck finally taken possession of. End of a shift here. We got scattered line changes here. There's someone named Grady or Brady on their team that the coach is yelling at. It's throwing me a bit. No, that was not a penalty. Shot off the post wide. You know what? I apologize. I made a... that's where I'm imperfect. I comment too much on the officiating. But to me, it looked like a nice regular play, but 2 minutes for tripping. So Silas will hopefully finish the game off the ice like his brother. As we get an opportunity to practice our PK here at the end of this game. Minute 24 to go. Alexander Savage out there with Jackson Reed as the forward pairing. Nice pass by them into the slot. We got Colton Knight out there with William Hamilton on the D pairing. William taking that puck, creating a 2-on-1. Is he going to be able to get that over to Alexander towards the board? I thought that might have, you know what? If we're looking at a 2-2 or 2-1 game, I think that arm goes up. As it is, I got no problem with, in fact, I encourage subjective. Oh, okay. Why don't you do that now so you don't miss out? 30 seconds. So I like that idea. 30 seconds, you know what it is? You're faster than me. I'd need a full minute. Yeah, I like when officials use their experience and get a feel for the game. We're going to lose our buddy here, Everett, as he goes down to fulfill his also important role of fist bumping the players. Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought you meant 30 seconds in the game. You're right. They're going to do the line, and they'll also have a presentation at the end of the game. That's right. So I know the players like that. I miss doing that too. That's one of the things when I come up here early I don't get to do. I like seeing them when they come off the ice and go on. So yeah, I wouldn't drop off yet. We still have some suspense. You get to play the fun who would you call the MVP of the game award.
I'm obviously the fan of the game award.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. The fan of the game award goes to Everett DeGagne for, amongst other things, his YMCA dance. His broadcasting insights don't count towards those awards. Honorable mention goes to... sorry, I can actually... Oh, hey! You guys didn't see that, eh? So Jack McCamey was on the board and the guy's behind him and he was punching him like that in the back of the helmet while his head's against the board. I don't normally yell at refs, but like that's... I know he was trying to let the time run out and I don't blame him, but you can't let a kid take punches in the back of the head. I don't know if that was seen through there or not, but... Okay, is this game wrapping up? 8 seconds to go here. Smartly done by Kerry Park. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy, hopefully. You're welcome up here for sure, or wherever I am. 7-2 final here for Kerry Park. Didn't get to finish that fun game where I try to think of an MVP because it's one of my favorite parts of a Kerry Park game is because it reminds me how up and down the lineup there's nobody that didn't deserve it, right? There's a lot of names I said a lot in this game, but who didn't play beautiful hockey this game for this lineup? So great game by KP. That's it for today. There's one early tomorrow, 8:35 BC time, and then one at dinner time, or maybe it's 8:30. Obviously, you found this game. You do the same thing again. You go to our Kerry Park U13 Islanders YouTube channel and click live. When the stream starts, either you can find it or you're alerted. I'm not sure because I'm always on this end of the camera. I rely on what other people tell me, but you know, if you could be said to have played a good game having lost 7-2, I thought Langley did. I thought that was a good game. This came up against a real strong team here today, Big Blue. See the coaches coming through. Beautiful performance by them. Took care of business. Start the tournament 1-0. That goes a long way. You know, you don't want to go 1-1 with a night to think about it. Get back into the fray tomorrow with a good head start here. Woo! Good game, Langley. Good game. Goes to their number 2. Pair or pare? Jackson Reed, number 9, MVP of the game. Beautiful goal, good pressure down on, did he have 1 or 2? He might have even had another goal. It's not about goals and assists, so it's about how you play, and he's a worthy recipient out there. He's taking stick, whoa. We'll just call that Jack toughening him up. But yeah, he was all over that game. A lot of guys were. He's a game wrecker. He could take over games single-handedly when given the opportunity, and glad to see him get that award. It looks like I didn't even bother to look at what it was. I'll find out after. Congratulations to him and all your Kerry Park Islanders. Great first game, 7-2. They put it up as 1 win for the Islanders, 1 loss for the Eagles. Carry that forward. See you tomorrow at 1-0. Go Islanders.